Dear students, good afternoon everybody. Today is the last day of a year that everyone wants to forget. As we reach the fag end of the year, this is a time to make resolutions for the upcoming year. Take a strong resolution, take a strong decision that you will work hard and will make 2021 your year. Taking a decision is easy, implementing the plans will be difficult. Successful people choose the difficult path, they never are after cozy paths. So take strong decisions and work genuinely hard, work with a kind of a passion, be passionately curious about your goals and pursue hard so that you can make 2021 your year. Wishing you all a very successful, a very happy new year. We shall discuss the newspaper The Hindu dated December 30. So shall we begin? The Hindu dated December 30. 6 UK returnees tested positive for the new coronavirus. That is a major news. A new strain of virus is found in UK. We know that a lot of Indians are working abroad, living in Britain, and they are coming to India, and 6 among them are tested positive for the new strain of the coronavirus. So the country is in full alert. Samples of 6 persons returning from the UK have been found to contain the new variant of the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Oh, others are also saying buffering. I am told by my technical team that things will be okay. Let the answers come. I think yeah, okay. So things are okay now because I am getting the answers. The answer choice given is the 4th option. He has announced, superstar Rajinikanth has announced that he would not be joining the political party that he said he would in 2017. 3 years hence he has disappointed all his fans who thought that he would start a political party. Rajini opts out of politics, cites health concerns. We know that the actor was admitted to the Apollo hospitals in Hyderabad last week with severe fluctuations in blood pressure. So citing his health issues and the COVID pandemic, Rajinikanth decided that he would not launch his political party. So the Tamil politics going back to the hands of superstars may not be a reality in the near future. Anyway, read a very important political decision taken by Rajinikanth. Caution pays, the centre's surveillance guidelines should be taken seriously even as vaccination rolls out. The Hindu cautions general public that COVID-19 has not gone, it is very much here, new strains are coming up, so we have to be more cautious. On the threshold of a new year, the COVID-19 pandemic no longer seems terrifying to many. or as overall cases maintain a downward trajectory and a massive vaccination program is set to roll out. Normal life has resumed in substantial measure. There is a scaling up of long distance travel, elections have been held, mass protests are being organized. At the same time, critical activities such as on-campus education remain mostly suspended and many senior citizens are unable to access periodic health checks. Anecdotal evidence points to infection spreading in commercial centers and workplaces. So the normal has not been achieved. It would take many months or even years for the so-called real normal to come back. Till then we have to be cautious. The New Year Eve is going to come in a few hours from now. The governments have warned people not to be overjoyous about this year's New Year celebrations, because the pandemic is still out there and we have to be very cautious. The Hindu also shares its concerns through its editorial. It's a very good article. I suggest this article. I am not getting too much into the article. I leave it to you. The global angle of farmers' protests. It is not just domestic firms that are potential beneficiaries of the new farm laws. Foreign agribusinesses are a danger too. So from the caption itself you understand what this article suggests. I leave it to your curiosity. I leave it to you to read. Please read a beautiful article. The article, what it suggests is that it is not just the domestic businesses that are going to benefit from the 3 farm laws, even the global giants. Mind you, India is a very big, massive producer of grains in the world. Our granaries are filled with 300 million tons. We have got surplus sugar with us, 60 lakh tons of surplus sugar. So we are a very successful nation. With the policies that we have followed so far, we have made a grandiose success in agriculture. So new farm laws may not be a big game changer. Also that the food sector that has not been opened so far, the food sector has not been opened so far to corporates. So, or we can say that food sector is the only sector that has not been opened to corporates so far. So if that sector is also opened up, then that may have wider ramifications which even we cannot foresee. It may even change the food habits of the nation. The article suggests that the beneficiaries are not going to be Indian domestic corporates, but it can be the world agro businesses. Please read. A very good article. I suggest this article to you to read. Climate policy needs new ideas. We know about the Paris Agreement. I have discussed the Paris Agreement in detail. Every country has made self measured commitments saying that we all will reduce the carbon emission by this much percentage by the year this much. India has also made voluntary commitments that we would reduce our carbon emission by 2030 to a particular level. So I have already discussed the climate, the so-called Paris Agreement in detail. So I recommend this article also to you to read. 2021 will be a year for a new global climate policy, and India has the soft power to bring together the high and low emitters. Among the major economies, India will meet its Paris Agreement target in 2030. Its per capita emissions are 1/3 of global average, and it will remain within the share of ecological space. Please read a very beautifully written article on the climate commitments of different nations. the broken bonds of democracy. An unsettled law is a danger, is as dangerous as a bad law. An unsettled law is as dangerous as a bad law. Listen, we know about the I require some help from you. Hello. Yeah. So, the broken bonds of democracy, this article speaks about the Right to Information Act. The Right to Information Act was passed in 2003 or 4, under which every office must have a information officer. We have got the State Information Commissioner and the CIC, the Chief Information Commissioner. Every public office has to give information to people, or people have the right to seek information from public authorities. The case in point is the decision by the Chief Information Commissioner that the order passed in an appeal against the State Bank of India has effectively shut the door to seek any details about donors and donees relating to electoral bonds under the Right to Information Act. Listen, electoral bonds were declared by the Government of India. State Bank of India was entrusted to provide electoral bonds to public. People who want to donate their sums to political parties, make donations to political parties, can buy electoral bonds. So on the face of it, it was to stop so-called corruption in politics, to bring accountability to political donations. So you cannot give political parties donations in cash, but you can buy the electoral bonds. State Bank of India was entrusted to issue electoral bonds. So if I want to provide a donation to a particular political party or many parties as I may wish, I can buy electoral bonds and I can give that money to the political party of my liking. But somebody sought information from the State Bank of India that which party has got what all money, how much money, and who were the contributors. So State Bank of India did not reveal the information. So somebody moved against the State Bank of India, and now in the CIC, with the Chief Information Commissioner, somebody has moved against the State Bank of India because State Bank of India blocked the information. Now the CIC has also said that State Bank of India was correct. The information need not be given to public. So there is a law that can be used by the public to seek information, but the law established authority, the Chief Information Commissioner, that office itself has prohibited spilling of information. So that is well and truly a bad law, that is a dangerous law. So please read, this is not what we require. We require to know, the public has got the authority to know the political parties that we rule us, which are the parties got money and where have they got money from, who have given money to them, are they corporates, are they be benefited by providing this contribution to political parties. All these things we should know, and there cannot be any compromise on that. So now the only option before the public is to move the Supreme Court, which will take the final call. So we have to wait and see. We hope that the CIC would take the correct interpretation of law and should have asked State Bank of India to reveal the information. Yes, the second question, the Indian National Center for Oceanic Information Services, INCOIS, has launched a one-stop solution for all data related to needs of wide range of users, including research institutions, operational agencies, strategic users, academic community, maritime industry and public. The platform is named. What's the name of the platform? Okay, good. I have started getting responses. We have to check whether it is correct. Okay, everybody says it is Digital Ocean, so I have no difference of opinion. The answer is correct, it is C. INCOIS is serving as a national agro data center and regional agro data center of the International Agro Program. So INCOIS is serving as the national agro data center and it is the nodal regional agro data center of the International Agro Program. So I have described what INCOIS is. INCOIS launches Digital Ocean. Union Minister for Science Technology Harsh Vardhan launched Digital Ocean platform of Indian National Center for Oceanic Information Services, INCOIS, here as a one-stop solution for all data related needs of a wide range of users, including research institutions, operational agencies, strategic users, academic community, maritime industry and the public. Very important, please take note. Question number 3. Who among the following Indians has been nominated by Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunisation, GAVI, as a member of GAVI Board? Let the answers come. Is it Harsh Vardhan, is Cyrus S. Poonawalla, Dr. D.S. Rana, Dr. Rajan Sharma or Hardeep Puri? Yes, the answer is Harsh Vardhan. Harsh Vardhan is the Union Minister for Health. Cyrus Poonawalla, in this context I would like to let you know that Cyrus Poonawalla is the chairman of the Serum Institute, Pune. His name has been widely discussed during the times of pandemic. So Serum Institute is also widely talked about. So I just let you know that Cyrus Poonawalla is the chairman of the Serum Institute, Pune. So the answer to the question is Harsh Vardhan, the Union Cabinet Minister. Union Health Minister Harsh Vardhan has been nominated by the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunisation, GAVI, as a member on the GAVI board. Okay, Dr. Harsh Vardhan will be representing the Southeast Area Regional Office, Western Pacific Regional Office, constituency of GAVI board. The seat is currently held by Myanmar. Please read. So he will be in office till December 31, 2023. The next question, Bhashan Char Island. Bhashan Char Island, which was in the news recently, is in. Where is Bhashan Char Island located? Is it in Myanmar, Nepal, Indonesia, Malaysia or Bangladesh? Awaiting your response. Quickly. Okay, very good. I have started getting the answers. The answer is Bangladesh, correct. Bangladesh has relocated 1,804 Rohingya refugees. I have spoken about Rohingya refugees. I spoke about them in our previous episodes. Bangladesh relocated nearly 1,800 Rohingya refugees to this isolated island named Bhashan Char. The island surfaced only 20 years ago and was not previously inhabited. It was regularly submerged by monsoon rains, but now has flood protection embankments. The island's facilities are designed to occupy 1 lakh people, just a fraction of more than 1 million Rohingya refugees, Rohingya Muslims who fled the waves of violent persecution in Myanmar. So look, they are nomads, they are people, stateless people, and mind you, they are being relocated to a very dangerous place. So nations are acting. Where has the humanity gone? So they are going to be relocated in a place which is frequently submerged during monsoon rains. So one of the most persecuted communities in the world, the Rohingya Muslims, will be relocated in Bhashan Char Island in Bangladesh. 7 Bangladesh Navy ships carrying 1,804 Rohingya refugees arrived on Tuesday at an isolated island where they will be relocated despite concerns among human rights groups about their safety. So human rights groups are concerned about the safety. They are going to be relocated to an island which emerged only 20 years ago and is subjected to they used to get submerged during monsoon rains frequently, and human rights groups are very much concerned about the safety of the Rohingya Muslims. Bangladesh authorities say that the facilities in Bhashan Char will be for 1 lakh people, but there is flood protection embankments now. So again, a very bad, their bad times continue. Rohingya Muslims. Policy rollback may dent banks' health. In 2021, the policy support rollback is rolled back. The impact of COVID pandemic may dent the health of banks and non-banks. The Reserve Bank of India said in its report on trend and progress of banking in India. Please read, these are all important documents of the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India continuously come out with reports and submit to public and to the government. So it says that any policy rollback or the policy rollback that has already taken place thanks to COVID will bring in ill health to banks as well as non-banking financial companies. Read, and you got to be familiar with many terminologies like gross non-performing assets. I have told you already a few. Non-performing assets means asset is a loan. In the bank's balance sheet, every asset is a loan that is given by the bank. So non-performing means assets that are not properly serviced. If you take a loan and if you fail to repay the loan, that loan will be classified as a non-performing asset by the bank. So the higher the NPA, the lower the health of the bank. Deference to those with influence fuels money laundering. Banks' deferential treatment towards powerful and influential people is one of the reasons money laundering has risen in the country in recent years, India's largest bank compliance chief said on Tuesday. State Bank of India's Group Compliance Officer Soma Shankar Prasad also stressed that India unfortunately had no distinct norm in place for politically exposed persons opening bank accounts. There are certain powerful and influential customers in India. We still have their hierarchy in terms of power and influence, with the result that you treat different people differently. Okay, please read. Deference is definitely has to be taken in bad taste. That is poor ideology. Read and try to understand. India can build on rural push, federalism and consumer base, says Dr. Subbaravu, former governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Of course, COVID has brought us a lot of bad time, but he says that though COVID and the subsequent lockdown left a trail on economic devastation in most countries, India can potentially build upon three positive aspects. What are they? A push in the rural economy, two, strong federalism and huge consumption base. And this is what the huge consumption base is going to be the real boon of Indian economy. If money has been given to people at the bottom of the pyramid, the large consumption base that we have will revive the economy. That in itself will be the real stimulus package. So Dr. Subbaravu says three things. One, a push in the rural economy. India's future is decided in rural areas. Rural areas, if India can brighten only if rural India brightens. So a push in the rural economy, strong federalism, a cooperative federalism, meaning states and the center joining hands for development, and a very huge consumption base that we have. These three things are going to matter heavily in our fight back to normalcy post COVID. Read. Fifth question, who among the following Indian cricketers has won the first Johnny Mullagh medal recently? Is it Virat Kohli, Jasprit Bumrah, Ravi Shastri, Shubman Gill, or none of these? Who won? Let the answers come. Okay, Rose has responded, and it responds from others too. Okay, it is Ajinkya Rahane, the acting captain of the Indian team. It is Ajinkya Rahane. Who among the following Indian cricketers has won the first Johnny Mullagh medal recently? Ajinkya Rahane won the medal. The Johnny Mullagh medal is an award given to the man of the match in the Boxing Day test match annually that takes place in the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia. Johnny Mullagh was a leading Victorian cricketer who led the famous 1868 Aboriginal Cricket Tour of England. So who was Johnny Mullagh? He was an Australian cricketer, a Victorian cricketer who led the famous Aboriginal Cricket Tour of England in 1868. Now what is his Boxing Day test? The Boxing Day test is a cricket match held in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, involving the Australian cricket team and an opposing national team, a visiting national cricket team that is touring Australia during the southern summer. It begins annually on the Boxing Day, which is December 26, and it's played in Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG, Australia. Okay, so please listen to my narration once more and try to understand what Boxing Day test is, and try to understand who Johnny Mullagh was. Thank you very much for watching the program. It is really interesting to me because I get an additional podium to connect with my students. I am very sure that you also are enjoying the program. Thank you very much for all kinds of encouragement that you do. We would like you to like our the presentation and leave your positive comments in the against the presentation in the YouTube channel. Ensure that you like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So I wish you all once again a very happy and successful New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you very much. Another faculty member would take a class at 3 o'clock, and that will be available only to our students. Thank you very much.